Hi, welcome to another of my YouTube videos, and welcome if you're new here. Really appreciate you being here, and to all my subscribers who are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. It really does mean a lot to me having you come back or having you here watching my videos. So today's video is going to be me talking to you about fitness as a busy working mum. So I am on week 7, I think it is, of my fitness journey now, and I'm a mum of a 2-year-old little girl. And yeah, so today I just want to talk to you a little bit about how I'm finding fitting fitness around my toddler mum life. So here we go, let's get into this video. First I'm going to show you a little bit of sort of a morning routine so that you can get a feel for how my mornings sort of go and how I'm managing to fit it in, and then I'll come back and chat to you right here with some more tips. Hi, so you'll have seen my morning routine and how I get myself up and out of bed in the morning and off to the gym. So now I just want to share with you some little tips on how I'm finding it as a working mum and doing some fitness. So my top tip number 1 is to schedule your workouts. You'll have heard me say in other videos how I schedule workouts around work life, mum life, that sort of thing. And I do that by writing it down. I look at my planner on a weekend, usually a Saturday or Sunday, whilst I'm doing the weekly food shop, to see like who's eating dinner and what we're having for dinner, that sort of thing. And I'll also plan in my workouts around that. Well, not around the dinners, around the schedule for the week. And I find that really helps. So if I've got a busy week on and I know that I'm going to be, for example, going in the office, I know that I might be able to get myself up about 5:45 in the morning and either go do a class, a gym workout or a walk. And that is something that is like an achievement for the day for me. If I've managed to do it in the morning, I've managed to get it in. And I do feel really good doing things in the morning, but for you it might be the evening, it might be nap time, it might be after the kids have gone to bed, that sort of thing. But I think scheduling it in with yourself and writing it down and making it like a meeting for yourself really does help you stay accountable and committed to it, and I'm finding that is really helpful for me. I'd also say as well, it's really important to make time to move every day, and whether that be a workout or a walk, it's really important for your health to be walking and moving, just moving in every day. Especially if you have an office job like me, I'm really sedentary, so I have to make a real commitment to try and get the steps in and move as much as I possibly can each day. So I use my Apple Watch to kind of track like stand hours and movement and exercise and that sort of thing, and that does really help. But getting movement into your everyday is super helpful. That movement could be even like, could you get that movement in with your children or with your toddler? Could you run around a soft play with your toddler? Could you play football or another sort of active game with your kids at the park, or even take them to the park and kind of run about with them, that sort of thing? I do that. We do that as a family. So usually on a Sunday morning we'll all go to the park together and we will make a morning of it, and we'll all be nice and active. We'll all walk there, well, my toddler will go in the buggy, and then we'll all kind of run around the park and then walk back, and it's a nice little family thing to do, and it gets us all out in the fresh air and it gets us all active, and it lets us spend quality time together as a family. So I think that is just a win-win all round, and it helps me to kind of meet my goals with being a mum and getting my toddler involved. I also want to be a role model for her. I want her to see me making time for myself and going to the gym, and so she knows when I'm going to the gym. Even if it's when she's in her bed, I'll always tell her I've been or I'm going, and she knows that I'll take time to go out a walk on a weekend morning all by myself, or I'll go with her. But if she grows up thinking that, like, knowing that it's normal for that mum makes time for herself and looks after herself and has time to be active, and mum encourages me to be active as well, then I think that is setting her up for a really good, healthy, good quality life. My next tip is to set your non-negotiables with yourself. So when I can be really busy, I can hardly move in a day, like especially working from home, but even days when I'm with my toddler, sometimes if it's pouring with rain outside, we don't want to go out. She doesn't like particularly being outside in the rain. She really hates like just getting her hands dirty and stuff. like playing at parks, and she's always getting me to wipe her hands. So non-negotiables for me are 8,000 steps a day and 3 workouts a week. That is like my absolute bare minimum non-negotiables. And I think setting yourself some non-negotiables, like a sort of low bar, you're committing to something that you absolutely can achieve, and anything over and above that is a bonus. And I think it helps you not to feel like you've failed, because if you set yourself goals that you can achieve, then you're going to achieve them and you're going to feel like a winner. You're not going to feel like you failed doing anything, and anything above that was never part of your, like, doesn't make you a failure because you haven't achieved over and above what you set out to achieve. You have set out what you wanted to achieve. My next tip is around sort of food and getting the family involved in sort of meal planning. My kid's only 2, but I do bring out my cookbooks, and we'll sit and we'll go through, and I'll be like, oh, would you eat that? Would you eat that? And she'll kind of pick and choose, and we'll meal plan together, and she'll see me doing that. I'll usually go do the food shop myself just for ease and speed, but I'll bring it back and she'll help me put it away, and she always loves to help me prepare meals. She likes to help in any way that she can. But I think getting her involved in cutting the vegetables, and we name them, we talk about the taste and the textures and the colours, and I think getting her involved at a very early age and getting her an interest in cooking and helping and knowing all the vegetables and stuff, I think that is setting her up for life. And also I'm getting all this goodness, vegetables and cooking, and we're all eating well as a family and eating together. So I think that is such a good thing for a family to do, to get the kids involved in the cooking and in the kitchen and involved in preparing their meals as much as they want to be. Of course, some kids might not enjoy that at all, but I think it's working really, really well for us at the moment, and I'm really enjoying having my toddler be so involved in the food and watching her eat new things and taste new things. She had a radish the other night, because Peter Rabbit in one of our books has a radish, so she had a radish and she liked it and she loved it, and we were talking about how it's crunchy, and so stuff like that, introducing your family to all sorts of variety of fruit and veg, and oh, it's just so good. And then my final one for being like a busy working mum and fitness type stuff is to be adaptable. So for example, today I slept in for the gym. I'd planned to go to a boot camp class at 6:30 this morning, but we had quite a busy weekend and I was exhausted and I slept in. My alarm went at 5:45 and I was like, not today. Slept in. So instead I got up at like 6:15 and went a walk for half an hour, and then I did a home workout. So here's my plug for Robin Drummond Fitness and her new fitness app. Not sponsored, absolutely love supporting local businesses and love that I have access to this app. It's really, really inexpensive. Robin has put so much effort into the education section, the workouts, the mindset, everything. The education is absolutely amazing, and it really does set you up for success. So I've been really enjoying using the app recently, and so I did a home workout which I screencast to my TV, and I was able to just bring my dumbbells and kettlebells through and do the workout in my living room. I didn't have to leave the house, I didn't have to go to the gym, and I felt like I got a really, really good workout. So if you can't meet like the goals that you set yourself, like I had planned on going to the gym to do a class, but can you meet yourself somewhere in the middle? Could you do something at home? Could you look up a YouTube workout or get out an old exercise DVD or something that gets you moving if you're not able to leave the house? Like maybe if your child is sick and they're up sleeping in their bed, you obviously can't leave the house, but could you do something like in the living room, do a little workout or something? So that is one of my big working mum, busy mum fitness tips, is just try and compromise and meet yourself in the middle and see what, if you can't do what you set out to do, what can you do? You don't have to do nothing. You can find something else that you can do. And for me, that was just doing a home workout, and that's the first home workout I've done since starting my like gym kind of thing on the 1st of April. So it felt good, and it was lovely to work out with Robin again. Because I've obviously been doing the gym, Robin's gym programs, but in the gym, so I don't have like Robin in front of me for that. So it was nice to see her and to do it with her. So anyway, I hope you find that really helpful, and thank you for watching if you're still with me, and I hope to see you again in another video. Bye bye for now.